Hey y'all, Rick, Fearless, Strokers Dallas, Strokers Ice House, Punchwally Garage, Fearless Services. Good morning. How you doing, all right? Today is Sunday, November the 9th, 2025, year of our Lord, season number 3, episode number 313. The weather today in Dallas, Texas is the cold fronts blowing through. It's probably 55 out there now, and I think the high for today is like 57 with the cool north wind blowing. In today's show, we are going to talk about Sedona, Arizona. Let's go. In my life, the 365 Project, coming to you almost live from almost downtown Dallas and the powerful CHUMP studio. Today's show is brought to you by Reliable Diamond Tool. That's ready2.com, REDITOO.com. Check them out for concrete and masonry working tools. Also brought to you by Simpson Motorcycle Helmets. If you got a $100 head, you should wear a $100 helmet. But if your head is priceless, like mine, you should wear a Simpson. They are the best. We are a dealer. StrokersDallasMerch.com. Spire, SPIRE, ConstructionInc.com. They are a full-scale residential general contractor. Anything from your roof to your floor, your heating, your air conditioning, you want to remodel your kitchen, what you got? SpireConstructionInc.com. Tell them I sent you. Maverick Harley-Davidson, Longhorn Harley-Davidson, the official Harley-Davidson dealers for Strokers Dallas and Strokers Ice House. Check those fine folks out. But right now, turn off that news. Let's me and you take a stroll down memory lane. Today, the Mr. Peabody Wayback Machine goes back to 2001. You know, so from like 97 to 07, Big Dog motorcycles and American Iron Horse motorcycles and the Harley-Davidson world flourished. Choppers flourished. Custom bikes flourished. Money was good. Everybody had good money. Big Dog used to send its top dealers every year to a kind of a reward vacation. And a couple of years we went to Sedona, Arizona. If you've never been to Sedona, it's a beautiful place. Red rocks. You know, it's kind of like a cliff. You know, the rocks drop off in these big rock formations, you know, out there where you'd see John Wayne riding in the valley and then them Indians up on that hill. That looks like Sedona, Arizona. And I tell you, Sedona, Arizona looks a lot like Big Bend, Texas. I'll show you Big Bend. Hold on. So when you look at Texas, not this part, when you look at Texas, this Big Bend here is called Big Bend. So Alpine and those places right here, that looks a lot like Sedona, Arizona. So we stayed in a cool resort there, surrounded by those big red rocks, and basically rode motorcycles for 4 or 5 days out there in Arizona. Sedona is a beautiful little town, kind of a tourist town. Lots of cool shops and restaurants and beer joints. And if you've never been to Sedona, Arizona, it's a cool place to go. And if you get a chance to ride a motorcycle through that country, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Speaking of pretty nice, let's check that truck. Check that truck. You got those Hershey Browns on, boy. Yeah, I got that boot bottom. See, my feet are hurting a little bit. So I wore them today. They're still one eye down and double knotted for safety. These are, say it with me, y'all, These are some handsome chucks. Let's check the office. Yeah. Rick Eliason, portrait by Mom. So Rick Eliason is a friend of the family. Mom loved the guy. Worked for Southwest Airlines. He's retired. So she would take a $50 or a silver dollar and make a round circle and then draw his picture. So I gotta turn that air down a little bit. A little warm in here. It's hot, it's cold, it's cold and it's hot. I think we're supposed to be back up in the 80s in a couple of days. What was Grandma Goldie doing 76 years ago today? November 9th, 1949 was a Wednesday. Grandma wrote, Dixie and Kenneth still picking cotton. Let's see. They'd have been pretty young. I went to the doctor again. I had to take a shot. It's a pretty day. Okay. Dad joke, I can row a boat. Canoe? Get off the couch, a motivational minute. A happy soul is the best shield for a cruel world. True. And what that means is you do you. Everybody else is taken. You make you happy. If you're not happy, people around you are not going to be happy. So worry about taking care of you and your family. Get everybody as happy as you can. I think most men, especially my age, we have a tendency to make other people happy and then worry about ourselves last. I think that's kind of our generation. We make sure that the wife is happy and the kids are happy and the grandkids are happy and the boss is happy and, make sure people are happy. That's okay. That's okay. That's great. You got to be happy in there somewhere too. That's the deal. It's a fine line. I'll never forget when we went to Sedona, and those trips, those big dog trips, and later the victory trips, they were great bonding trips because, you sit in the restaurants or in the hotel bar and you're drinking and eating and hanging out with, other store owners from around the country that are selling big dogs. Well, guess what you're talking about? You're talking about motorcycles. You're talking about big dogs. You're talking about sales. You're talking about what do you do about this, and are you having any problems with that? So that helps build the company, I think. When you get some one-on-one time with the Sheldon Coleman, the owner of Big Dog, and one-on-one time with Nick Messer, the president of Big Dog, and the employees, and you get to meet the guy that's painting the bikes, and it was just a cool deal. Cool deal, and I miss it. Today is Sunday. Should be a good day. Cowboys have a bye this week, so there's no Cowboy game until next Monday night. And that's enough about that. All right, listen, I got to go. I got Sunday things to do, but remember, there ain't no place like this place. Check out my online store. It's getting closer to Christmas. StrokersDallasMerch.com. So long for now. Love you, Alice.